Question 7. Answer the following. 8 marks each. 1. What are the techniques of scientific management? Explain in detail. Answer. The techniques of scientific management are given by F.W. Taylor, and the same are explained as under. 1. Work study. Work study consists of organized, systematic, and critical assessment of the various activities or functions. Before assigning the work to the subordinates, proper work study should be done by the management. For this, following techniques can be used. A. Time study. This technique is based on the study of an average worker having reasonable skill and ability. Average worker is selected and assigned the job, and then with the help of a stopwatch, standard time is ascertained for performing that particular job. It is useful to measure the efficiency of an employee and to control the cost of work. B. Method study. A task or a job can be completed by following various methods. A manager has to identify the best cost-effective method to be adopted to complete the task. It helps in determining the best method for handling the raw materials, transportation, inspection, storage, etc., and reducing the wastage of time and resources for achieving the predefined objectives. C. Motion study. In this study, movement of an employee, as well as of machine, while completing a particular task, is closely observed. By undertaking motion study, an attempt is made to know whether some elements of a job can be eliminated, combined, or their sequence can be changed to achieve necessary rhythm. Motion study increases the efficiency and productivity of workers by cutting down all wasteful motions. D. Fatigue study. Physical and mental stress arising out of long working hours, target pressure, heavy working tools, and poor working conditions lead to fatigue. Fatigue has an adverse effect on the health of the employees and consequently their efficiency. Fatigue study enables a manager to take steps to reduce the level of fatigue and to improve the operational efficiency of the employees. 2. Standardization of tools and equipments. Taylor advocated that tools and equipments, as well as working environment, should be standardized to achieve standard output from workers. Standardization leads to manufacture of identical parts and components. It also helps to reduce spoilage and wastage of material, cost of production, and fatigue among the workers. This improves quality of work. 3. Scientific task setting. Taylor emphasized on fixing a fair day's work, that is, the quantity of work which an average worker can perform under ideal standardized conditions in one day. This is necessary to prevent the employees from doing work much below their capacity and to complete the task according to the standards given. Thus, management can keep proper control on optimum utilization of manpower. 4. Scientific selection and training. There should be scientifically designed procedure for the selection of workers, that is, physical, mental, and other requirements should be specified for each and every job. This helps the management to select right persons for the right jobs and avoid the appointment of misfits. After selection, management should provide proper training to the employees to increase their efficiency. 5. Functional organization. In this technique, planning is done by different people, and actual work is supervised by different people, that is, planning is separated from implementation. Thus, every worker will be supervised by two different sets of supervisors. Taylor recommended total 8 foremen at planning and implementation level. A. At planning level. 1. Route clerk. Tells how work moves from one machine to other. 2. Instruction clerk. Records instructions to complete the work. 3. Time and cost clerk. Determine time and cost to complete the work. 4. Discipline. Ensures that the workers follow the factory rules. B. At implementation level. 1. Gang boss. He actually gets the work done. 2. Speed boss. Ensures that the work is completed in specified time. 3. Repair boss. Handles security and maintenance of mechanism. 4. Inspector. Ensures that the work is done as per the specified standards. 6. Differential piece rate wage plan. This technique of wage payment is based on efficiency of worker. The efficient workers are paid more wages than inefficient one. On the other hand, if an employee is performing below the standard, is paid wages at lower rate than prevailing rate, that is, worker is penalized for his inefficiency. This system is a source of incentive to workers for improving their efficiency in order to get more wages. It also encourages inefficient workers to improve their performance and achieve their standards. 2. Explain 14 principles of Henry Fayol in detail. Answer. Management principles provide guidelines to manager to conduct all organizational activities on specific basis. The 14 principles of management suggested by Henry Fayol serve as a guideline for decision making and management actions. These principles are as under. 1. Principle of division of work. According to this principle, the whole work should be divided into different kinds, such as technical, financial, commercial, accounting, security operation, and managerial. Each such part should be assigned to one person, according to capability, qualification and experience, instead of assigning the whole job to a single person. It results in improvement in quality, increase in quantity, and reduction in costs. When a person performs a small part of a job again and again, he becomes specialized, and hence, division of work leads to specialization. 2. Principle of authority and responsibility. Authority means power or right to take decisions. It is necessary to get the things done from subordinates. Responsibility means obligation or duty to complete the job on time. Authority always comes with the responsibility. If the manager is given the authority to complete a task within a given time, he should be held responsible if the task is not completed in the given time. According to this principle, there must be balance or parity between the authority and responsibility. If authority is more than responsibility, then a manager may misuse it. And if responsibility is more than authority, then he may feel frustrated. 3. Principle of discipline. According to Fayol, discipline means sincerity about the work and enterprise, carrying out orders and instructions of superiors, and to have faith in the policies and programs of the business enterprise. Fayol insists that discipline is required at superior as well as subordinate level. Discipline needs to flow from top level to lower level in the organization. Good discipline is the result of effective leadership. Discipline involves not only obedience of rules and regulations of the organization, but more importantly, it involves application and dedication on the part of the employees. 4. Principle of initiative. Initiative refers to volunteering to do the work in an innovative way. The freedom to think and work on new ideas encourages employees to take initiative while working in the organization. According to this principle, the employees must be given an opportunity to take some initiative in making and executing a plan. This will not only add to the success of the organization, but will also boost the morale of the subordinates. 5. Principle of subordination of individual interest to general interest. According to this principle, the interest of an individual must be given less importance than the interest of the organization. The manager should always consider the interest of the entire group rather than that of a single employee while taking decisions. Similarly, employees should surrender their personal interest before the general interest of the organization. The goal of organization must not be sacrificed, because individuals will be able to achieve their objectives only when the organization prospers. Every employee, or a group, should work in the interest of the organization, and not for their own self-interest. 6. Principle of stability of tenure. This principle requires that the services of employees should be stable. There should not be frequent termination and transfers of employees. Employees should not be kept temporary for a long period of time. Stability of tenure plays a very important role in creating sense of belongingness among the employees. Job security minimizes labor turnover ratio, whereas insecurity of job adversely affects the efficiency of employees. 7. Principle of unity of command. According to this principle, every employee should receive orders and instructions from one's superior, and he should be responsible and accountable to him only. If he receives orders from more than one superior, he will not be able to understand whose orders should be executed first. Again, he gets chance to give excuses by saying that he was busy in executing the orders of the other boss. For this, organizational hierarchy should be well defined. Each employee should know his immediate superior and should receive orders from him only. Here, students should draw the diagram as given in the e-notes. Eight. Principle of equity. Equity refers to kind, fair, just, and equal treatment to all the employees. All members of the organization should be given fair and just treatment, depending upon the performance and circumstances. There must not be any partiality in transfers, promotions, etc. There should be no discrimination as regards caste, sex, religion, position, etc., while dividing the work and delegating the authority. This will help in avoiding conflicts in the organization. Equity means application of same disciplinary rules to every category of employees. For example, the employees working on the same level, but in different departments, should be paid same wages. 9. Principle of scalar chain. Scalar chain means the hierarchy of authority, from the top level to the lower level, for the purpose of communication. This helps to ensure orderly flow of information. Orders, instructions, messages, explanations, etc., must be communicated through a definite scalar chain. For example, a general manager informs the decision to a respective functional manager, then functional manager will pass it to supervisor, the supervisor will inform it to foreman, and so on. Every information must pass through every key of the chain, without skipping any one key in between. If this chain is broken, then there will be communication gap in the organization. Sometimes, following scalar chain becomes a lengthy process. For avoiding this longer chain and to take speedy decisions, Fayol permits a shortcut in the chain, which is called gangplank. Gangplank permits direct communication between the employees, working at the same level of authority, without following the scalar chain. In the alongside diagram, the communication between D and G should flow through proper hierarchy. However, in case of emergency, there will be direct communication, which is termed as gangplank. 10. Principle of order. This principle is based on a place for everything, and everything in its place. According to this principle, there should be an orderly arrangement of men and materials. It means that there should be a fixed place to keep every material and thing used in the organization, and fixed place, or a seat, for every employee. The purpose of this principle is that there should not be wastage of time and energy for searching any material or any person. 11. Principle of unity of direction. Fayol advocates one head and one plan, which means that group efforts on a particular plan be led and directed by a single person. According to this principle, there should be the same directions to all employees doing similar activities. In the absence of unity of direction, there would be confusion among the employees. 12. Principle of remuneration. According to this principle, the employees in the organization must be paid fair and just remuneration to keep them financially satisfied and retain them for long span of time. The remuneration should be fixed by taking into consideration the skill, expertise, knowledge, tenure, cost of living, market trend, profitability of organization, etc. If employees are underpaid, they will not be satisfied, and this may result in labor turnover. 13. Principle of centralization. Centralization means concentration of authority or power in few hands at the top level. Decentralization means evenly distribution of power at every level of management. According to Fayol, a company must not be completely centralized or completely decentralized. There must be combination of both, depending upon the nature and size of the organization. There should be centralization of power or authority in small organizations and proper decentralization in large organizations. 14. Principle of esprit de corps. Esprit de corps means union is strength. It indicates spirit of cooperation. The spirit of cooperation among employees will develop a team spirit to take up and complete a work. If all employees are working as a union and with mutual trust, the difficulties can be solved quickly. Henry Fayol stressed that every employee in the organization must consider himself as a part of the team and try to achieve the team goal. For this, managers should create a spirit of teamwork and understanding among employees.